So before we start, could you guys just give us a quick introduction to who all you guys actually are?
Do you want me to do that? Slide it.
Start,
yeah. So, hello, I'm Garen, and I am the singer for Headshrinkers.
I'm James, I play guitar.
I'm Xavier, and I play the bass.
And I'm Scarlett, and I play the drums.
Lies.
So you guys are releasing a new song on the 12th of March called Haggard, Muggins. Could you tell us a bit more about this?
So the name comes from, obviously, Haggard means worn, torn, and Muggins kind of used as a sort of an insult in my home growing up. Not to get into like the details or anything, but it's kind of to do with my parents' relationships and not being, basically pretty much toxic. So yeah, and it's sort of and I thought I wanted to put like a different spin on that and make it, because it kind of sounds like some fictional character, doesn't it? And I kind of like that, how it's factual, but you have that title of where it sounds fictional, mixing the two together.
What was the process for writing this?
I think we wrote this song about 2 a.m. when we got back from the pub, and pubs were a thing, and
yeah.
we had to live like lockdown, like just after lockdown for a few at the pub, and then we wrote it morning, didn't we? The song, at least you had the lyrics before, didn't you?
Yeah, so I chose a poem before. It was just a poem, wrote it in that room in there, and obviously I had all the lyrics, and then like James said, one night after the pub, we come back blasting the amp on about 12, the amp you give me, the PV. The neighbours weren't impressed, but when they hear the song, I think they'll
appreciate it. It was the first song we wrote with Scarlett as well, wasn't it? As in, like, as a full band. When we after we wrote it that night, we brought it to the band, and it was the first song we all kind of wrote together.
So, do you guys very much work in a lyrics for music way, or do you guys tend to write the music and then put the lyrics over the top as like a final piece?
No, I think since lockdown we've worked in lyrics first kind of way. So you write a lot of poems, don't you, Garen? And then obviously I've been having to write remotely. So that's definitely changed how we've.
I can't even remember when it was. I think it was last summer. I wrote it in my garden, and then we did the song at rehearsal, should I say, without the lyrics. And I thought, okay, this might sound good on top of this, and then it just worked, didn't it? I suppose. So it's not really I suppose there is a process when we pick one process, but I suppose you don't intentionally pick it. It's just like whatever's natural for that song, I think. Yeah.
It's quite weird as well, though, because like you have so many poems, so many lyrics, that it's just a matter of finding the right lyrics for the right sounding riffs, more than having to write new lyrics for things. You've already got them all.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them banked, you know what I mean? We'll use that for another tune. Yeah, so it depends on, like, how Scarlett puts the drums down, or the riff what James or Zave have, sort of to fit the mood of that song. That said, it's nice when there's a riff what sounds quite happy. Not that most of us do, but say if it sounds happy and you put some sort of dark lyrics on, or vice versa, kind of brings a new life to the song, I think. And what you were thinking when you were writing the lyrics at least, kind of has a different spin of when it's done. So it's kind of like once you give that song away, someone will go, "Oh, did it mean this?" And you'll go, "Actually, no, but that's bloody good, and I like that, and I'm going to use it in my next interview." No, I'm joking. But I suppose so. It's nice to obviously it's always going to stick with me, whatever topic it is, and whatever it means to anyone else. But when someone goes, "Did you mean this by that?" and it wasn't, or some of the time it was, it's nice for it to be received like that.
Everyone takes something different from it, don't they?
That's it, yeah.
Well, I was going to make a point, but you've already just kind of made it, about how sometimes the lyrics actually in the instrumental are quite contrasting. With Haggard Muggins, it is kind of like that, because the lyrics are quite deep. The actual instrumental is kind of, the best way I can put it, it gives kind of a communal effect, if you get me.
Yeah.
You've got those like iconic songs like Chelsea Dagger, Sweet Caroline, where you can just imagine yourself with crowds in a pub, shouting it, and this just kind of gives off that effect. did this just happen naturally? Is there anything you just kind of worked on to achieve this?
No, I don't. Thank you for saying that, and it would be nice if we can get everyone singing it in a pub sooner rather than later. I don't think it was anything intentional, was it, Garen? I think it was just, well, maybe it was because we'd just been in a pub when we wrote it, and it come out.
Maybe.
But no, I don't think it was anything intentional.
It was nice for, I think, going in there before, going to the studio before, we knew that this wasn't like your 641, or it wasn't like your Stalls. It was a slower song, and I wanted Scarlett's drums to like breathe on it almost, and we kind of wanted to capture that, want of a better word, to feel epic. Do you know what I mean? Like for it to feel communal.
Almost
that is such a good word. That's such a good word to describe it. So I do. Thank you. That's very kind.
So Scarlett, as Garen was just mentioning, he kind of wanted your drums sound to very much come out in this song. Was there any particular kind of sounds that you wanted to project out there, and was there any particular, I don't know, like process for you going into the studio, especially since this was like the first time with the band writing a song?
I suppose when I first heard it, I didn't really know what to do with it. I just remember thinking, I want this to sound a little bit different from the other stuff, almost as a, like, here I am, kind of the new drummer, in a way.
Statement.
But, like, just for it to sound a little bit different, which is why I kind of incorporated some marching snares in it to make it sound a little bit, what's the word? Kind of a little bit haunting, I guess. I always think snares like that, a bit kind of funeral-y, a bit kind of, gothic, dark. So I wanted to incorporate that in it as well, but it just kind of came naturally, really.
So touching back on the lyrics, especially in you guys' style, it tends to be quite deep and something that people can really kind of take with them and hold close to them. What would you say to anybody who kind of has any similar experiences to those in the song?
Just get it out, man. Just get what you're feeling out. Like, say this a lot, right? And I know I probably sound like a broken record. I don't think I've said it to you though, which it lasts. Just get it out, because once you get whatever you're feeling out, you can look at it from a completely different way, and that external view of your internal feelings, right, is a healing mechanism. Like, it's so healing, and to look, that's it really. That's pretty much it. I mean, just get it out and write, and whatever you think's good, use it.
And if someone is looking for someone to listen to them, and tell someone, talk to your friends. If you're going through things, try and share it with people close to you. And if someone needs someone to give an ear, there's always, our band messages are always open, always willing to help people if we can in whatever way.
100%. Yeah. It's a sort of, it helps. It just helps, and especially with James will read the lyrics, Scott will read the lyrics, and it's nice just that you don't have to tell them what's gone on in your life then, because they'll know how you're feeling then. And it sort of breaks that confrontational conversation you don't actually want to have, even though you should have it, and we should encourage to have it. If something in yourself, you can't have that, then write lyrics. Do you get what I'm trying to say though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is that a good answer, Harry? Is that okay?
I mean, I couldn't think of anything better myself. But no, that is, I totally agree with that, mate.
Thanks, man.
So with this song, and it is a familiar thing through the Headshrinkers archetype, you not only tell a massive story with the lyrics, but you're able to, I don't know how you do it, and this is what I want to know, you tell a massive story with the instrumental. Like, if you were to just release the instrumental without lyrics over it at all, you'd be able to get a message from it. It'd be a completely different message, but you'd be able to get that. How do you get there, and how do you manage to create such a powerful song just based off guitars, bass and drums?
Thank you. I think firstly, when Garen will send us lyrics over, I think we all really analyse the lyrics and analyse what Garen's trying to say in the lyrics, and it might be that we all get something different from it, as we kind of said before, something different from what the lyrics are actually intending. But we'll all get, take our own thing from the lyrics and then try to match our own instrumental parts to that. So I think that's a big part of it. And I think, we always try to make sure that the instrumental suits the lyrics, or vice versa if we've wrote the instrumental first. But I think a big part of it comes from Gav as well, the producer who worked with at Magic Garden. Gav knows how to capture the energy in the room, doesn't he? He's a master at what he does, and he really does know how to bring that out when we're actually recording the songs. So we've got to give a lot of credit to Gav for that, I think, as well.
Yeah, when we were recording the song, obviously I was talking to him about what it was about, and he was like, right, wire up this telephone. There was like a micro. What are they called? It's
like an old
phone,
phone, wasn't it?
Like an old phone. And he was like, Liam, go and set it up. Garen, get in there and just don't think about it. Don't even think about what you're gonna say. Like the song was done, and he was like, I want some overlay on this. Don't even go in there and just release what you're feeling. Just go and scream and do anything you want and say anything you want. And there's a couple of screaming parts on there which I did through that, and I think that really helps to try and get their message across. So again, it's just Gav giving you that push, isn't it? Just to encourage, and that's what we should be doing.
So this song is the first single for your debut EP, Doorway Conversations, later this year. What can we expect from that?
I mean,
I don't think
this one's out.
No, yeah. I feel like with this, it's going to capture a year of what we're doing. And we've announced the EP quite early on with a vague vision of what we want, where we want it to go. But the truth is, we're going to keep writing it as we feel it to be. And the next song that we are going to be recording is going to be, I'd say it's going to be quite different to Haggard Muggins. It's going to be quite visceral. Yeah. It's going to be quite visceral and quite angry compared. So I expect a lot of variance on an EP like this. It's going to follow a light theme, but the styles of the songs are going to be in a few different places. It's going to be quite interesting, I think.
It's not five. It's five totally different songs, really, and some of the songs we've still got a lot of work to do on. Obviously, we've not been able to rehearse much or do a lot over the last few weeks, last few months. But we're really just starting to nail down exactly how we want it, and it's coming together really well. Exciting times.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to tell you the whole
What a perfect time for his internet to go up.
I'll tell you everything about it. Has it gone?
Just as he was about to give you spoilers, his internet's gone.
Oh my god, that is the biggest tease ever.
Garen, the universe is telling you to shut up.
Is he gone?
I think he actually has.
Oh no.
I guess that wraps that question up.
Well, hopefully gigs are going to be back at some point this year. If they are, do you reckon we're going to get a bit of a sneak peek of what to find on this EP?
Certainly, yeah. I think half of our all the songs from the EP will be in our set. Literally 3/4 of our set we've not even played live, have we? Because
three-quarters of our set we haven't even wrote yet.
Well, yeah. No,
all the songs. Am I back?
Yeah.
Oh, Sam.
We're on a different question though now.
Oh, we're on a different one.
Yeah.
I mean,
basically, the whole EP is.
If you want to go back to the previous question and give us a little bit of a teaser about the EP, then please carry on.
It's quite warm in here. It's nice weather, isn't it? Well, we've got I think we're umming and ahhing. We've got I wrote another song last night. I mean, writing every day, but yeah, we've got like I can't say. I can't say. So I'm just gonna say, just come and watch us.
And then you'll be able to hear the EP live before anyone else and before it's even out.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about wraps up the interview, but I want to bring back an old little tradition from our interviews last year, because we have obviously been in discussion of sorting an interview for ages, just a silly little light-hearted thing. We would usually ask all of our the bands and artists we interview what songs they would sing in the shower, and we put it on a playlist on our Spotify.
Ooh, I
I
mean,
need to think about this.
I know, yeah, me too.
What have I been listening? I've been listening to a lot of different things recently.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. No, I don't sing that really. I do. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Sing in the shower. I do actually sing that in the shower. That's brutal.
Let's just ruin that. Let's just ruin the playlist.
Paranoid Black Sabbath. That's the one. Finish with my woman. You know what I mean? That was good. Yeah, that one. Oh, Paranoid. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
What about you, Zave? I need like a shower. What a weird thing to say. Of course you do.
That is good. I love it.
Question.
Oh, Zave,
I don't
remember at Gavs and I was saying to you, I just love watching you eat.
Yeah, that's quite a weird one.
Sorry, that is really weird.
The song I've been singing in the shower recently is by a band called Juno Dream. It's called Nobody Wants You. Really good song, and the kind of like Radiohead-ish vibe, I think. But yeah, really cool song.
Scarlett.
Apart from Haggard Muggins, obviously, I've been. I Don't Want to Know, Fleetwood Mac.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I wanna know.
We'll have to keep.
Good song, that is.
I've got back into Radiohead, so I'd have to go with Radiohead, but I don't know if you could count it as singing, because it's more just like, when you try and sing Radiohead. Nothing really comes out, so I'll go Paranoid Android.
Also,
Nice. Neutral Milk Hotel. They're just constantly in my head.
Just screaming, Holland 1945 in the shower.
The only girl. I like Ghost from our album. Brilliant. Oh, it's good. I do like that album a lot. It's got to be up there with like the top 10. What do you sing in the shower, Harry?
Oh, mate, we never had the tables turned on us before.
Yeah, well,
It was the first time for everything.
What do you sing in the shower then, mate? Come on, Hazza. Come on.
I don't even know, mate.
Well, next time you do, just record it and send it.
We'll sample it on a track.
I mean, I'll definitely sing some like absolute belter from a musical that I really shouldn't be singing because I can't sing. But like, I'm fully fledged like musical in my shower. You know that.
Oh yeah, that's mint. That's mint. What musicals do you like? I've been to see Phantom of the Opera. I
want to see that so bad.
It's. Do you know what? I'm not into like.
Isn't that an opera though, not a musical?
Well, technically, it's a musical because it was on Broadway.
It actually is like technically. James, get off Zoom.
I'll put myself on mute for the room.
Put him on mute. Get him off. He's actually gone on mute as well. Now, Phantom of the Opera is proper good. What's she in London? I recommend it. I think they've haven't they stopped? Like obviously they have now, but didn't they? I think it was before the full lockdown. Didn't they stop all theatre shows anyway? Like in the West End. I think they did. I'm not too sure why. No, I think they did. Have you seen Limits?
No, I've literally the only musical I've ever seen is Wicked live.
I haven't seen Wicked. I mean, Charlotte has, but she says it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
She says it's brilliant. Right?
Anyway, Gavin, I'd love to speak about musicals all day, but because we've only got like 6 minutes left.
Oh, sorry, man. You have a lovely day.
Before you go. Where can everyone find your new single and find you on social media?
I've got to remember all the social medias now. So we're Headshrinkers on Facebook. We're the Headshrinkers on Instagram. Headshrinkers X on Twitter. and just Headshrinkers on Spotify and on everything else. And the single is Haggard Muggins, and it's out on the 12th of March.
Okay.
Awesome.
6:41, I step onto steel rails to assist me to the city. One of many sapiens to walk under this fractured Midland sky. What's my